Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and today we're going to be testing out a new type of stump grinder that I've never used before. I've actually never used a full-on commercial stump grinder, but I've used quite a few different brands and styles of tractor mount stump grinders. This unit, just by its basic design, has a lot of features that are superior to what I've used in the past. Now, the part I don't know is about the power and the cutting speed and stuff like that. But what I can immediately say that I like about it over the units I've used is the articulating nature and the ergonomics of the way you use it. So with the fixed mount stump grinders, you have to drive back and forth over the stump, and that works. It really does, it works. But it gives you some logistical problems looking behind you the whole time, and you don't have great visibility of the stump, and it's just not the best method, but it is the most affordable method. The next thing I've used is the articulating tractor mount stump grinders, and those are really nice, but to use them effectively, you kind of have to get off the machine and it slows you down. Also, a tractor with one of those articulating units is very long. You're talking about a 20-foot setup that's very heavy and harder to take into someone's yard. And I don't grind stumps for a living, but I do sometimes take on jobs and get paid to remove stumps. And I'll be doing a bunch of those with this unit. And the flexibility of taking a very small machine with an articulating grinding head onto a location without putting $80,000 into a dedicated commercial unit really appeals to me. I think if you're an individual who wants to get into some type of commercial work, even if it's as a side job, stump grinding can be a great way to do it. So I look forward to finding out over the next few videos whether or not this unit can really pull its weight. Today we've got 4 stumps here that are between 10 and 20 inch diameter. They're recently cut, so they're still fresh and green, but they're also a softwood. So shouldn't be the most challenging stump, but it'd be a good one for me to learn on, having never used a unit like this before. So that's plenty of talking. Let's get into the grinding. Then afterwards, I'll show you how the control system works. I'm halfway through grinding this first stump, and just let me preface this by saying everything I do at the start is wrong. I make one mistake and learn from it, and another, about 4 or 5 mistakes and half a stump in, I think I've got it figured out how to run this thing. I learned a lot from grinding that first stump, and I should be more efficient on the second one. But as I was working on it, I was just thinking over all of the benefits you're going to get from using a machine like this. So my first impression is that the hydraulic flow is not that high on this machine. And when I was ordering the stump grinder, Baumalight kind of told me it's not going to have high-end power. The power is generated off of the hydraulic flow through a hydraulic motor. And that's true. What they told me is true. But it also did the job just fine. It wasn't quite as fast as some other methods, but it worked. But what I keep thinking about with a machine like this is the logistics and the transport that goes into it. So with this machine, I could take the grapple and the bucket and the stump grinder and cut a tree down, then use the grapple to load the logs, grind the stump off, and then fill in the hole. And you need those 3 attachments to do those 3 jobs, but you could do all of that with a small trailer. Because the machine is small and lightweight, and the attachments are small and lightweight, and anytime you can do multiple jobs, even on multiple properties, but multiple jobs with one machine and one trip there, and then you can haul back logs with the machine. So there's a huge benefit to having the same capability in a smaller package. So as far as ease of operation, this couldn't be much smoother. There's a 12-volt port here on the dash. You plug this controller in, and Baumalight actually offered me 2 solutions when I said I wanted this unit, because they sponsor the YouTube channel and they provide this equipment for me to use. And they said we could bring the machine back to one of our shops and upgrade it to the higher level control system that makes this more convenient to operate, or we can just send it out with our kit that makes it work. So just send the kit. It sounds like it'll be fine. And with this kit, you have a magnetic control box here that plugs into the wiring harness on the machine, and then this plugs into a 12-volt power port here on the dash. So when I turn the key on, then I push the button on that, it's turned the unit on. Now, this right here controls the side-to-side movement, and that it's really convenient because I'm running the machine. I want to change the angle on the boom, raise and lower the boom, and then the button is right here to articulate that. And you know, ease of operation is great. Visibility of the stump is great. Everything about it is just pretty smooth. You know, if it had more hydraulic flow, it would be faster. But for what it is, it's doing a good job. Now let's grind a second stump and see if I can be more efficient in the way I use it. I'm sure you are noticing some sparks flying here, and that's because there are rocks at the base of the stump, and that's just part of stump grinding. Sometimes you hit rocks, and they dull your teeth out a lot worse. Now, hitting dirt does not dull stump grinding teeth out. One more note I will add is that tractor stump grinders normally have a square carbide tooth on them, and these have the more traditional stump grinding teeth, the round ones. I learned a lot doing these first stumps. What I learned near the end was that as I go across, rather than adjusting my height after every pass, I can go across, inch forward, go across, and work my way forward, down, and then back and forth this way, because I have a lot more precise control over my movement than I do the height adjustment. So it's all a learning curve. I ground both of those stumps a good 5, 6, 7 inches below grade, and now I can use the same machine to cover over the holes. I love this little Baumalight machine. It's no replacement for a commercial stump grinder, but it's a fraction of the price for the attachment if you already have this unit. Very versatile machine. I appreciate Baumalight helping me to demonstrate these products on YouTube. I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.